So we're live right now, but she's not
here.
here.
Hey, what's up? Hey guys, how you doing?
Wendy's not here right now. I think it's I'm not really sure what happened. Maybe something happened, but we're just gonna do a live stream anyway.
Yeah, so if she shows up anytime during this, then we'll we'll go on how we're gonna do it. But
Hello.
other than that,
Hello everyone.
So how's everyone's lives going on the
everyone's lives going
on the chat? My life's going great.
Oh, really? You mean after Minding Freedom blocked you? I know, I'm going to bring that up now. I'm going to make it awkward right away.
He didn't block me, but...
Or not block you. He unfollowed you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm drunk, guys. So I'm going to make it awkward right away.
Blame that on there. He watches it. How dare you?
I know. Although... oh shit, Paul Joseph Watson just uploaded a video and now I can't watch it.
We can watch the video while we're doing the live stream. We can react like right when it starts. But yeah.
Madness says, I live in the EU, so life is shit. Oh, okay. Remind me not to live there.
Well, good luck with that.
I know, right?
Yeah.
I'd like to visit, but wait. Paul Joseph Watson blocked you on Twitter? What the fuck? What did you say? That's ridiculous. That'd make me sad.
Yeah, it's the whole reason why you got on Twitter, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's PJW.
Yeah, around this time last year. Well, a little like in March 2017.
Right.
I got on Twitter because my brother kept showing me all these PJW videos and in his video descriptions, he was like, oh, yeah, I use Twitter a lot, so you should follow me on Twitter. And then, so I got on Twitter, and I'm like, I don't know how to use this. I don't know what to do. So I just started, like, replying to people, and then it, like, worked out that way.
Yeah, now look at you.
I know.
All right, like, what? Almost 5,600 followers on Twitter?
Yeah. I'm like 10 more, guys. If you can get, like, 10 people to follow me, then I'll be at 5,600.
So, do you guys have any questions or?
Yeah, this is turning into a Q&A because she's not here right now.
Do you have any questions about us? About
Maybe I should tweet out something about that.
Yeah.
Or you can go on a rant about Israel. We could do that, and then we'll have no viewers.
To be honest, I don't really know the whole story on that, and I don't even think the people on the Israel side don't know the whole story. I don't even know. I just gave when I tweeted that tweet, that Minding replied to and a whole bunch of other people replied to. I was just saying what I thought. I was like, I don't think this embassy move.
Someone said, why are you drunk? Okay, I'm not completely drunk. I just drank 2 glasses of wine. I don't know if that counts as being drunk, but, I'm not, like, falling on the floor like, oh, my God, drunk,
Yeah, just wait for that. When that ever happens, that'll be interesting to see.
That's not going to happen. I'm not that crazy.
Yeah,
I'm not that young.
What I was saying was, I felt that moving the embassy to Jerusalem wasn't a great move. But that's just my opinion. I don't know. I don't know if I'm right. I even said I think it's gonna make things worse. I don't know. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I mean, I hope this makes peace. I don't know. Exactly. It's complicated. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But to just people have their opinions, and they came at me, and I went at them back, and people reacted differently. Then
I hate how this thing moves. Sorry, guys. We're doing this on a laptop, so it like shakes whenever he moves the table. I gotta figure out how to make it.
Yeah, and Steele says he didn't care, and I'm sure a lot of people don't. But there are those.
Yeah, I mean, I just care when people get super passionate about like, oh my God, Israel can do no wrong, because it's like. Okay, now you're not even thinking about the situation with like rational thought,
Yeah.
They don't have like the same military power that Israel does. I don't know. A lot of people will not like me for saying that, but
I don't know. It's it's like Madness said, it's a complicated issue, and I think it's definitely more complicated than a lot of people think. And you know, I just think the whole Ben Shapiro, Israel's right 100% of the time. They're never wrong. I honestly think isn't the right way of looking at it, because thinking that way is just going to make you completely have tunnel vision and think, you know, you're not going to, you know, they can never do anything bad, or anything they do is good, and that's it, you know. So, but you know, with what went down today, you know, people react how they react, and you know, it is what it is. Like I said at the beginning, I don't know.
Yeah.
So
did you see that tweet by Roaming Millennial today about the Christianity thing?
I saw it, but I didn't actually like kind of look into it. So what was that one about?
Okay, so someone said like her selling hemp oil. You know, like hemp is like derived from marijuana, but it's not marijuana. It can't get.
Oh, so that's not very Christian-like?
Yeah. So the person like sent her a Facebook message or something saying like, I gotta unfollow you. I support your work, but I can't support you anymore because.
Well, apparently they were a patron.
Yeah. So something like that. So. Yeah. They were like, well, I can't support you anymore because you're selling hemp oil and it's not legal in all 50 states, which is wrong because it's not marijuana, first of all. And also, and then like their main point was like, I can't follow you because you're not Christian anymore. Like you're not exemplifying Christian values. That's the thing I hate about some Christians, and I'm Christian, but I'm not going to be like, oh, you're not Christian enough, so I'm going to start judging you, you know?
Right.
I don't know. It just makes me mad.
Yeah, many people put their religion before anything else. Yeah. So what did she say?
She sent them back like a message saying like refuting all their points, saying like how it is legal in all 50 states and it's not marijuana. Because that's different than the oil that she's like promoting as a affiliate. Right. And then at the end, I thought it was funny because she was like, "I'll pray for you."
Didn't they both say that? They both said like, "I'll keep you in my prayers" or something. That other person, and then she said, "I'll pray for you."
I know. I was
that is such a condescending like "fuck you." Yep. That's like the Christian way of saying "fuck you," basically.
Well, that's also like kind of like in Texas, if someone says something stupid, they'll be like, "Oh, bless your heart."
Yeah, basically saying you're retarded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was proud of Roaming for that because, like, a lot of people could ignore that message, but that's the right way to handle it, I think.
What is that?
I don't know, refute all the points rationally, and then at the end put that little.
I wonder how long it took her to make that reaction though, because it seemed like maybe she took some time. Okay, I gotta take some time to do this, you know, not just okay, bye. You know?
Probably because she was really mad about it, and that's understandable because when someone tries to judge your faith based on like stuff that they don't even know about you, then it's really annoying because it's like, who are you to judge for that? You can put your opinion or whatever, but you took the time to write me a personal message and then tell me that I'm not being a good Christian, but you judging me is also unchristian, you know, because like under Christianity, it says that only God can judge you for those things. Yeah. So that's in itself like not Christian. Well, you're not a Christian, right? So I guess you don't know.
I don't know. As long as they both handled it, it seemed like they both handled it well. That other person could have been like,
thoughts and praise.
Yeah, basically. I guess, I don't know, maybe they both handled it. It seemed like they both handled it okay.
Who?
Roaming and the other person. What?
If you took time out of your day to be like, oh, I'm going to unfollow you because you're selling hemp oil. Do you have a life?
I don't know. Maybe they're like the Stephen Crowder. They're like Stephen Crowder. Weed. I don't give a fuck about weed or whatever. Apparently, this person really gave a fuck because apparently she was using it or selling it. What was it?
The person who was mad at her for selling it.
Mm-hmm.
I guess she was just offended by the little ad in front of Roaming's videos now, where they're like, something or Roaming says something about like the benefits of hemp oil or that specific company, and then you know, and then she gets on with the video. But
I
it's only like a minute long. Like, really?
Hmm.
I wish we could retitle this video now because Wendy's not here. Sorry for anyone who's joining now. Wendy's not here yet. We're still waiting for her. And if she doesn't end up coming on right now, we'll have to reschedule.
Even if she does come on, like say like because we're planning on doing this for an hour with her because we have some other business we have to attend to. But
yeah.
So.
Yeah, we're moving this week, so this week's gonna be the only other the next live stream we have is with Eric July, which I've confirmed a couple times. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. That one's gonna be good because he's if you don't know who he is, he's a lead vocalist for a rock band called Backwards, and he's
kind of like a metal band, right? Because
metal band, yeah, and he's definitely. He's libertarian, but I don't know. His tweets are funny because I love when he says non-argument. It's funny. He says non-argument.
Well, a lot of the stuff that he refutes is like people coming at him with arguments that don't make any sense, and then mostly communism or like other black people talking about him, but he's also black, so it's kind of like that doesn't work.
Right. They're probably like, why are you talking like this? Like, so because I'm talking like this, I'm automatically not a white. I'm automatically not a black person. So I'm trying to say, fuck, you can't talk.
Yeah. But anyway, so we're moving, like, to the other building in our apartment this week.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a reason why we only have 2 live streams this week. This one and then the one on Thursday.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Hopefully by Monday we'll be all squared away.
Yeah, and also I'm thinking about getting a new flag because that flag does not go well with our skin tone.
We could put it somewhere else, like maybe in our bedroom or something.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with it yet, but that's not gonna be the flag in the background anymore because that just makes me look like I'm sick. Like look at my face.
What color do you want to get?
Black or gray, red, something like that. Black and red. Get the communist flag.
We can get the Antifa flag. The black and red and white.
Next time you see us, we're gonna have the anarcho-communist flag. Just kidding.
So, yeah. Anything else?
Anything else?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, I know this. I don't know. Lately, I've been getting blocked on Twitter for really stupid stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, if you're attracted to someone based on their physical features, you know, like eyes, nose, mouth, skin tone, hair, you know, that kind of thing, that means that you're not racist. But apparently people do think that that's racist. So they block me for that.
Did a socialist make that flag? No. As far as I know, no.
Well, we can't prove it, but yeah.
Yeah. And that's not a socialist flag. I mean,
it's from Amazon.
Yeah. Amazon could be socialist for me. Who knows?
Yeah. Oh, this has nothing to do with anything, but that other tweet that I was talking about, my sister's boyfriend and my brother, and then us two are going to be all in the same place at one time, which is kind of rare because my brother lives in Japan. But we're probably going to have a political debate, and I'm going to try to live stream it on YouTube because it's going to be interesting. My sister's boyfriend, well, he's not socialist, but he's more sympathetic to socialism than capitalism. He's one of those, you know, he's like a bleeding heart liberal, I guess.
Okay.
Or more so, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how.
Oh, he's going to like the way I troll that motherfucker.
I don't really know how liberal he is, but I just know that, you know, he goes to like the DACA protests at their school and he talks about socialism to people. So I'm assuming that that's pretty leftist, right?
What is that?
Like if you're advocating for socialism over capitalism, that's pretty leftist, right?
Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah.
Because, I mean, the first time she talked about him, she described him as a classical liberal, but I would think that a classical liberal would, I don't know, be a capitalist, because those are the main things that.
I just want to know what he's sympathetic to. Like, I would ask him, well, what are you sympathetic about socialism? What is it about that particular mindset that you're sympathetic towards, that you're more sympathetic to that than capitalism? Because you're living in a capitalist society. So if you don't like it, get the fuck out and move. I mean, it's as simple as that. I'm gonna tell the motherfucker. I'm gonna tell him I don't give a shit how old he is. Well, he's at college.
He's 19.
He's 19. Well, your girlfriend, your sister better watch out, because they might get mad at me. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I know. My sister's met you before, though.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying though, because I'm gonna think of things that you said.
Well, my sister's not sympathetic to communism. I think that they disagree, but they just agree to disagree. That kind of thing must be kind of hard, because I don't know what I would do if you were a socialist. That would be kind of hard.
That's pretty hard though, because especially if you have to live with that person. Mm-hmm. As long as politics never gets. Mm-hmm. But then there's a whole thing. There's a whole wide array of topics you can't even talk about, because all of them disagree.
Yeah, I know. Because she just kind of checks out of politics. Like it's fine. She won't go to any of the protests that he'll go to. Like right. he'll go to like a DACA protest at their school. Because they live in Albuquerque, so there's a lot of Mexicans there, illegals, And she kind of sympathizes with those people, but at the same time, she understands, like, okay, we do need borders. We can't just let everyone in.
Right.
And like, I think especially with the gun protests and stuff, she understands both sides a lot.
Yeah.
But I think just because of that, she's more left-leaning, just because she's in a relationship with someone who's more left-leaning. I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. With them, their situation when during their summer vacation, that's going to be their test, because they haven't been alone. Technically, whatever. They've always been around a large group of people all the time. Now it's just going to be them two, and
yeah. Someone in the chat was talking about Japan. Well, my sister is not from Japan. My brother is doing college at Tokyo University for a master's degree in architecture. And he's like more conservative than both of us. Like, he's like Ben Shapiro type of conservative.
Yeah.
And his girlfriend actually, like, he's thinking of eventually marrying her. She's from Ukraine, and her family history has, like history in socialism from the communist regime of Russia. So I'm sure that will come up in the debate between between my sister's boyfriend and him. So
I don't know. It'll just be interesting, because I just want to know what what is sympathetic to. Like, what is it about that?
But still, why
ideology?
Madness asks, why are we moving? We're moving because our kitchen looks stupid, and it's only $10 more to move to a different unit with a better kitchen.
It's a better unit.
Like right now, we use our desk as our table to eat. But if we move, then we can have like a kitchen island, and then we can put bar stools there, and then we can use this as a regular desk. And right now, like the ring lights on this side, you can't really tell because it's on the webcam or whatever. But then we can have the webcam like in front of the ring light, so that
we'll have even light. Yeah, it'll just be my face and so on. Yeah.
The lighting and the sound will be better in the other apartment.
Right.
And we're also planning on finally getting a couch instead of those chairs.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah. We're gonna have some actual good old bar chairs, right?
Yep.
What are you doing, going out?
I'll be right back.
Okay.
So now you can listen to Shane talk about random stuff for no reason.
Bye. Okay, I'm gonna end the live stream now. Bye. No, I was kidding. So is her boyfriend Hispanic? I don't know.
I think he's
half. Half? Oh, he's a hapa. Let's see. Is this Candace Light? Well, I don't know. She isn't here, so I have no idea. Let me see. Tyler Preston built South Korea? I knew he was up to something. I have no idea what that means.
I wish we had beer.
Family reunion? Sort of.
Well, yeah, an intermediate family reunion. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I was just trying to see if there's any other questions in there, but
my arms look fat right now. I'm sorry. Okay, anyway, what?
I was seeing if there's any questions on here.
HAPA only. Yeah, that's true. HAPA only applies to Asians.
Yeah.
What, did you call him a HAPA because?
Well, I was saying he's half.
He's half Mexican, I guess. I don't know. I'm not really sure. His last name sounds like Latino, but.
Oh, Scam Likely's calling you.
I know, right?
And then they hang up.
I get so many like unsolicited calls. I just don't answer my phone anymore. I only drink on live stream days and Friday, Saturday, by the way. No, I am gonna. Well, someone asked if we're going to record a live stream with my family, and we are. Whenever we start talking politics, we're gonna live stream it or make a video.
Is your dad gonna be okay with that?
My dad?
Yeah.
We're probably gonna record when my dad's not there.
Oh, okay.
My dad is like hardcore conservative, by the way. So maybe I should get a live stream of that too. He like listens to Rush Limbaugh and watches Fox News and stuff. So.
Yeah, my dad does that too. It's funny because if I listen to it, like before, I was like, oh yeah, Fox News, Rush Limbaugh. Yeah. Now if I listen to it, I'll be like.
The new video topic is Asian eggs or DNA tests. Well, I do want to do a DNA test because then I might find out that I'm something that I didn't know I was. But those DNA tests are between $60 to $100.
Yeah.
So maybe when we have an extra $200 hanging around, you know. Not currently. I
think if we did do, because we were thinking about doing like the weird egg recipes because someone had suggested that.
Yeah, and I actually have eaten and cooked a lot of weird egg recipes, so maybe we'll do a video about that. Yeah. I don't think it's weird, but you probably think it's weird.
Yeah, you're like way more Asian than I am when it comes to food. Like.
Yeah, it's so funny because sometimes I'll cook something or like we'll go to an Asian restaurant with like, you know, like really Asian food. And then he'll just act like a white guy and he'll be like, yeah, I don't know if I want to try this. Or like, I'll try it one time, but that's it. Or like I don't like it.
At least I try it.
That's true. I hate people. Like I absolutely hate people who won't even try food. Like they'll just they'll just look at it and be like, nope, not trying it. I'll be like, wow, you're really open to the world, you know. What if you would like it, you know? I hate that.
Yeah, that's not good. But
be careful when you submit your DNA sample. Apparently handling money contaminates. Oh, and add Jew to your yeah, I doubt that I'm part Jewish. Like throughout my entire family history that I've researched, I don't think there's any Jewish in me. What if you're part Jewish?
Well, donate for Neko's DNA test. Exactly. Spoiler: she's half Asian. I know. Thanks, sir.
I know, right?
Thanks for the spoiler.
Never would have thought. No, what would be creepy is if they're like, "Oh, your mom's actually Korean. You're half Korean," and be like, "Oh, and you're related." But.
Yeah, that'd be kind of weird, right? So, not this shirt, but I did have a shirt, and I posted a picture about it. So I don't know if anyone ever saw it, but this is kind of something I just thought about talking about. My shirt had like a weird design on it. I don't know why.
Design? You mean like a weird?
It was like
defect.
It was like pushed in, but it was also pushed out too. So it was like this, but it looked like an asshole. Like it looked like a legit asshole.
Why are you talking about this?
It looked like this. This is what I was wearing. Not this shirt, but it was yesterday, and it was just like this. And so when I'm walking around, like acting like, oh yeah, I'm I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm trying to, but because I don't want people to see the asshole in the shirt, like this. I mean, I am an asshole, but I'm talking about, you know what I mean? So
that's a good soundbite. I'm an asshole, but yeah. Oh, and I don't know how many people care or like follow my Instagram, but I permed my hair at a Korean salon. They did a Korean digital perm where they curl like the ends of your hair. So I'm trying to get used to this. If anybody has curly hair, let me know how to deal with this, because before I used to be able to just go like, oh yeah, like run my hands through my hair, but now I gotta twirl it like this, like some
Jessica
sort of
said that her and her husband are both Filipino. We said it wouldn't make a difference if we were related, and then she says, "I agree with Nico."
Yeah.
Hey, guess what? Your brother and sister. I don't care. Let's go. I don't know what that means, but
it would be weird. What if you're like part Filipino or something?
Right.
Well, I've seen pictures of his biological mom, and she looks like super Korean, so I doubt it. But what am I gonna do if I find that? Because my mom's Filipino. Like, she grew up half in the Philippines, half here, but she's kind of mixed, so she knows that there's Chinese. But what if there's also like Korean or Japanese or something in there?
That's gonna be weird. You. Can't believe you engaged in some kind of thing.
What?
Unfollow.
Oh, that's a joke.
You know what we should do? We should for the last, I would say 20 minutes, because it's 8:10, 8:11 somewhere. We should. Yeah, it's late at 12. We should have someone be a part of the. Do you want to have someone be a part of the live stream?
Sure.
Like maybe someone who says, I don't know.
Well, I know Madness.
We can have him on maybe, and then we can have someone else on. We have two people, and then we can ask a question and see if they know the answer, and whoever gets the right answer is going to be on the stream.
What kind of question are we going to ask?
Well, it has to be easy, like an easy question, but not like.
What's 4 + 4?
Oh, come on.
I don't know what you're going with, so.
I'm trying to think of a good question to ask.
Nico's mom is a hottie. Yeah, I know. My mom's prettier than me. How do you think that makes me feel, huh? I wish I was my mom. Never mind. That sounds weird, because then that would mean I have to marry my dad. Okay, never mind. Anyway.
So what would be a good question? That's a good question for people that have to look it up. Because it can't be too easy.
I don't know. This is your thing. You can deal with yourself.
I'm thinking maybe something I know, because I'm a weirdo like that.
Now, what's the 4th president of the United States?
That's actually what I was thinking about, being a president.
He's weird about that. He knows all about American history.
I know all the.
And I know all the stuff about world history. So we should
do live streams about that, or videos.
I can talk about Genghis Khan forever.
Yeah, we should do videos like that. That'd be cool, actually. What if your mother is you from the future, gone back in time and made you? That's weird.
I wish we could have Circle on, but he doesn't want to share his voice, I guess.
He can just be like, boop, 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 boop. He can just type in his answers. He can be like
Stephen Hawking.
He can type in his answers, like, hey, so hi, Circle, how are you? Hello, how are you today? Something like that. Okay.
This is like basically our channel manager.
Okay, so the answer. So I'm thinking of a question. So I'm gonna look it up right now, and I'm gonna.
Shouldn't you already know the answer to the question?
Well, I kind of know, but I don't know. So I'm gonna look up. Hold on.
You have a nice day too. Someone said in the chat. My voice can melt butter. Oh yeah. Okay. Why don't you prove it?
No, This is a good one. This is a good one. I think. I hope. Let me see. I'm going to.
Here we go.
Okay, I have a question.
He has an answer.
I have an answer, and you all have whoever's the first person. We're gonna send them the link to join us for the last 15 or 20 minutes or so. For the stream. Whatever. Talk about whatever.
Except for
Talk about Okay, so who was? It is about presidents. Who was Calvin Coolidge's vice president?
Like anyone's gonna know. I don't know that.
That's what I'm saying. They have to look it up. I know. I'm looking at it right now.
Whoever can get on Google fast enough can join us for a live stream. That's a really
who's Calvin Coolidge's vice president? If anyone can just question, how many libertarians does it take to build a road? 0, because we hate roads.
So what are we gonna do? Drive on the grass?
Oh, see, Amos got it. So that means he's gonna have to be on our stream. This motherfucker really wants to be on our stream, apparently.
Or he's just really smart and he already knows the answer.
Madness says that Google hates him.
Okay, well, Amos is gonna be on our stream for the last 20 minutes, whether he likes it or not. Huh. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, Brian, I'm sorry. You were second. Amos was first.
Should we put both of them? Here, wait. Here, wait. How do you... let's see.
Give it to Brian.
Says who? Amos?
Amos says, give it to Brian.
Okay, well, he's spoken, so...
Give it to Brian. Brian's like, hey, give it to
The problem is, does Brian follow any of us on Twitter? And
fucking
what's your
Google
Twitter name?
argued with me. We have all 3 of them on there.
Brian Giddens. Okay.
Be fine if we got the wrong one.
I know, right? Like,
who is this motherfucker? Send us a Twitter.
What's your Twitter name? Because that's how we kind of operate.
Oh, Brian says, no, first is first. It's fair. Now they're all like, oh, no, you do. No, you go. No,
the funny thing is that we had Amos on for like 2 other streams.
Mm-hmm.
So he's basically like part of our channel now.
Yeah.
It'd be nice to have a decent Amos to balance out the past 24 hours. All right, well, I'm going to see. How do you...
I'm actually surprised that she hadn't even, like, messaged
It's funny because
or...
Wendy was talking to us for the last couple of hours and then just stopped, I guess.
Yeah.
So
it sucks.
Something must have came up. Kind of like when something came up for David Van Keur. Something
came up
that
that's
one
right.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
We had to reschedule.
Yeah. And that one went well for the first, after like the first some hours. Remember the first like 14 minutes, it was like the sound was bad.
Yeah, that was great.
Hey, saw you streaming, thought I'd take a look. You just retweeted my tweet today, actually, Nico.
Who?
Bude Mawa.
Sorry, I'm like not.
Bude Mawa.
Well, I don't know if I follow you or not, but should I follow you?
Right, it's like when you're gonna.
It's weird being on YouTube because then when you're on YouTube,
it's
like
sensible.
Translating to
it's sensible millennial. That's not good. And you're like, what? You follow me? You don't know.
There goes the other win.
My net neutrality my net neutrality tweet.
Well, it's so stupid because like a lot of people are like, "Oh my god, net neutrality
They always
is
like
dead."
that's the only time they ever do that kind of thing is when it's about net. They do like, no, why are you doing that?
The doc. Okay, wait. I'm gonna look up. Followed you for a bit. I mean, like you don't follow me now? Excuse me.
That's not good. He didn't like you apparently.
I'm not good enough. I'm gonna look you up on Twitter. You have to talk because we're on a live stream right now. So start talking because I'm doing something.
Oh, okay. We are on a live stream, and I am talking for the next 10, 15 minutes. Hey, what's going on, man?
I'm not here.
You're not here?
Kidding. Oh shit! I can hear myself now.
Is that a good or a bad thing?
Just hope I don't echo.
Well, you're not echoing for us. So.
Oh, I heard myself at first, but I think the system probably cancels that. Oh, it's because my headset, it's like a monitor. It tells me I hear myself, so I'm not like talking too loud. Basically, yeah.
So circle.
I'm not trying to be on your stream all the time. It's just you guys pop up on this thing.
That way. I mean, I mean, you're part of the Hapa ethno state, so it's unavoidable. You know, it just happens.
And then he leaves. Oh, there he comes back. All right.
Whoops. I was clicking around too quick. Sorry, what were you saying?
Oh, I was just saying that you're part of the Hapa ethno state, so it just kind of happens, you know? Like, you just end up on our live stream a lot. So.
This is true. This is true, man. Yeah.
You guys are moving?
Yeah, we're moving, like, across to the other building in our complex.
Is it like a newer building or something?
Not really, but, like, the floor plan is different, so the kitchen is better.
Yeah, it's a better layout.
And we're on a higher floor, so we're like higher up.
Yeah.
So you guys are basically getting high.
Pretty much, yeah.
We're literally getting high.
Gonna blow some smoke. Yeah, all that good stuff.
Jesus.
You know what's funny about that? My brother's like, we should all get high and talk about politics. And I'm like, I don't smoke, but...
I was watching this thing about... Seth MacFarlane talking about his parent. He would get high with his parents.
Really?
He said he brought a bag of weed over to his parents' house for Thanksgiving, thinking like it'd be cool.
Yeah.
And they all got high together. I mean, imagine that Thanksgiving dinner and getting high. Like the munchies would be off the charts.
We'd be like eating a couple turkeys by that point.
Right.
I can't imagine, like, okay, I'm just trying to imagine that with my parents. That wouldn't go down well. Nope.
But they live in, you know, they live...
The funny thing is my parents live in Colorado, so it's legal there. Yeah, my sister was like, oh, I should go to Colorado for the summer because it's legal there. And yeah. But anyway, but then my parents were like, yeah, well, you can do whatever you want as long as it's not around us.
My parents were like super conservative. Once I told my mom that I tried weed, she was like, you're not going to do any more then, right? I'm like, yeah, I am. And she's like, no, you're not. It's a gateway drug.
That's what they all say. They're like, oh, it's a gateway drug, and you're going to start doing hardcore drugs, and then after a while, you're going to be druggy, and then your life is going to be ruined. And I'm like,
pretty much.
Okay. Yeah. Sounds like a bad argument because I know a lot of people who smoke weed and they have normal jobs and they're successful.
Exactly.
They don't look like they've been, you know, poking themselves with a needle or anything.
No.
Like you know, like their face is like melting or something. You know, as like the mug shots.
Oh, hello.
Yeah, I thought I'd turn on my camera.
I feel like that's only when you live in like a state where there's nothing to do. You know, like I don't know, Massachusetts.
Yeah,
Massachusetts.
Yeah, I'm looking at you. I know that those people aren't watching, but redheaded libertarian and Matt.
So like, someone brought it up in the chat. Do you guys know about this Amos Yee person?
I thought it was you.
No, never. Do you know who it is, Nico? Who that is? So Amos Yee, I remember like he was this big like free speech guy back in like 2013, I think. And he's in Singapore, and he was really big on free speech. He like criticized their government because they're so strict over there. So then he was like, you know, YouTube famous and all that. And then he started he was in some like live streams with people, and he started talking about like advocating for pedophilia.
That's weird.
What?
He straight up was basically saying stuff like, he was like, "Oh, there's these studies that show like there's no lasting effects on kids if they consented to having sex as kids with adults." And I'm like, "What?" And then no, but he's like this Singaporean Chinese looking guy, and like everywhere I've been, like, so I've been on like Bunty's streams a couple times,
Right.
and he had Jeff Holiday on there, and they're like, "Amos Yee." What? And I'm like, no, 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 no. Different guy. Different Asian. Even I like did a super chat on like some black guy's live stream once. And he was like, he goes, "Well, this guy seems cool enough. He's not Amos Yee." I'm like, gee.
He's not.
So, yeah, he's not this guy. Yeah, I mean, Count Dankula did a live stream with him the other day, basically like, and he still believes what he believes. Like everyone's shit on him, like, you're crazy. You actually like defend pedophiles and stuff.
Yeah, that's
Making us Asians look like he's like a complete outlier. Because that the guy's like, people think he's trolling, but he I've listened to some of this guy talk, and it's Oh no, now everyone is. No, I'm not Amos Yee. I could show you a picture of Amos Yee, and I look nothing like him.
I think because Wendy is messaging us now, I think maybe she had got the time zones wrong.
Uh-oh. What time zone is she in?
I'm not sure. Let's see. Central Standard Time.
because that's the thing.
That's the thing about time zones. Like, let's see. New England is 7.
It's 9:27 right now in New England.
Wait, what time zone are you in?
I'm in Minnesota. I'm Central Time.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought.
So she's an East.
So if you guys look at me here, that's what the guy looks like. He's like,
I've seen that guy before.
Yep. I don't know if he's like younger than us by a little bit, but like, yeah.
I think you're right. I think he's a little bit younger than us. No, I'm pretty sure that I've retweeted something that or not retweeted, but like quote tweeted something that he's tweeted because I remember that face.
So yeah, he was. Oh no, never mind. That was 2015. So he was one of the first people to really hit on like the whole free speech, anti-SJW kind of thing back in 2015.
For pedophilia, right?
Huh?
But he was talking about pedophilia, right?
Well, nowadays he is. He first picked was
he's Filipino, so I was like, no, why?
He's Singapore. He's 19.
Well, that's not any better. He's my sister's age.
I know. Let's see here. Yeah, he's going to be on a debate with Andy Worski. He was just on a thing with.
Really? Oh my God, no.
Yeah, that's not good if you're gonna be, especially with what he thinks.
Because Andy Worski is like, internet blood sports, so it's like, I don't know. Basically, if you're on there, you should be insulted because that means that you're being put on there as a spectacle.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys were invited onto Andy Worski, would you go on?
No, I wouldn't go on. I don't know. What do you think? Would you go on?
I'd probably go on, and then if they ever
simply for the exposure,
I'd probably for that, and if they ever asked me like a really serious question, I'd answer them with a really dumb answer.
Just completely discredit yourself.
Yeah, be like, so libertarian.
So what do you think about the ethno state? Well, I think it's a perfectly reasonable solution to the problem.
Basically, I would totally just like shit talk. I don't give a fuck because you were gonna.
And anyone who's not HAPA or white or Asian, obviously deserve to be called.
Yeah. Come into that ethno state. That's too late, You're out. Oh my God, that'd be weird. Like, because you'd have an influx of people in the chat and then following you and stuff, but then you're kind of being followed because you're more like a spectacle, you know?
But I mean, if you have good ideas, they're going to get out to people in general. And out of those people who see you as a spectacle, you're going to get certain people that are going to retweet you for the good reasons. Like,
that's true. Although
not everyone that watches Warski is just crazy, but probably a lot of them are.
I watched some of Warski's debates. Like I saw the one with that guy T and like some other people. But
After this Richard Spencer versus Sargon thing, I stopped watching it.
I didn't even see that one. I was like, this is gonna be too cringe. Didn't see it.
Yeah.
I heard it was bad for Sargon. Is that true?
Sargon and Spencer were both in their own echo chambers, kind of.
Oh, okay. So
like Sargon is like the thing about Sargon is he just the way he already disagrees with Spencer. So like this whole debate was like no one was really trying to like discuss. It was more just like, you know, reading at each other until until something happens. Because Spencer is kind of like he's serious about what he believes, but he just comes across as such a troll at the same time. So like no one really takes him seriously, and in the way he presents his ideas is kind of like this is just how it is. Like he doesn't think like, no, I think this, I feel like this is a good idea. Not very open. And then so they both kind of win it. I mean, that was kind of, I think, one of the first big streams that kind of started the whole internet Bloodsport thing.
Yeah.
It was like the most viewed live stream like ever.
That's how I heard about it, but I didn't watch it because I thought like it's gonna be really cringe, so I didn't watch it.
Yeah.
I saw the one with that guy T, and then there was like some other people in there. Some like really weird sounding libertarian guy, and I was like, you're just making us look bad.
Yeah. It was funny because whenever that guy, whenever T would ever say anything, he would just say like real short answers, like it's like, and you know, real eloquent, like, you know, blah 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 is what I feel.
Here's a question, since you guys mentioned that guy T. As libertarians, what is your stance on like immigration and borders?
It's funny that you mention that because I still think of like borders as more as private property, kind of. So I think like in order to have a country, you need borders. So I do support the whole, you know, I'm closed borders.
Closed borders, or would you still allow immigration?
Yeah, but it has to be legal immigration.
Right. Okay.
I've been through like legal immigration with family members, and it's really extensive. Like you have to pay a lot of fees, and you have to know what you're doing. And a lot of people use lawyers, which is like a waste of money, but I can understand why, because it's so hard to do.
Yeah.
Not knowing how to do it, you know? So.
Yeah, like there's so many libertarians that kind of just jump on the whole like open borders, free movement of people, and it's like that can work if we all had the same values.
Yeah.
Or value, or at least we had the value of assimilating to wherever we go to.
Mm-hmm.
But if it's just open, and especially we all know Europe. I mean, if for some reason today we had Pangea, basically everything was one continent, and everyone moved freely, that'd be an issue.
Yeah, it would get, I don't know, I feel like values would clash more so than how we are now.
Would you also think that races would gravitate towards one another? You know, the Asians would be more with the Asians and blacks with the blacks.
People would form ethno-states voluntarily.
Right.
Yeah, and that's not such a bad thing, but I think that a lot of values would be lost, and then they'd break off into different countries and so on.
So what you're saying is you're for the ethno-state? I'm just kidding.
I'm for the half ethnic. The whites.
I was gonna be my Kathy Newman moment. What's that?
The white people can have their own white ethno state. I don't care. But if they want to marry an Asian person, then they're joining the Hapa ethno state.
Like Leaf and.
If you're a half Asian marrying a white, then the same thing happens. And if you're a half Asian marrying an Asian, the same thing happens also.
But for the sake of being half and half, only half and halves can get married, can have kids. And then whites and Asians have kids. Like if you had a kid, if a Hapa and a white person or Hapa and Asian had, one of those sides gets diluted.
Yeah, but then you have to keep them in the ethno state, so then they would marry into each other. And then,
so would we do a bunch of like genetics math, like try to maintain like half?
Yeah.
Like if we add this to this, if we create this kid, like we have a 3/4 Asian kid here.
With a 1/4 Asian kid, and then it makes a half.
We got to make them.
Yeah, just keep them within the ethno state, and they'll be okay because it will be some mix of Asian and white.
If you look at it, I mean, we've had intermarrying in the past, and groups intermarry, and then groups like marry outside again, and so like you have these groups that were like I mean, that's what's going on with Europe now. You don't have pure white per se anymore. Yeah. They intermarry and then they mix out, then they mix back in, then they mix out. Did you ever watch the South Park episode? The future people came back to the present to work.
I don't remember that one.
There was like a portal outside of South Park where a bunch of like humans from the future, and all these people were like sort of like a light-skinned people. And they spoke sort of this like mixture of languages in one, but it was kind of a joke on immigration because none of them spoke English. And they all kind of like segregated themselves like certain immigrants do. Yeah. So they would work in like McDonald's and they couldn't speak English, but they're working the cash register. Everyone in South Park like hated it. So they called, and then they found out like because when they came through the portal, they would get this like weird like residue on them, like this goo. So they called them goobacks. South Park had an episode where people from the future, where all of humanity has sort of intermarried so much that it's like one race. That there was there was not enough jobs in the future, so they came to the past to get jobs. But like they would come out of a portal like outside of South Park that was like in the middle of the desert. So it was like they came from. It was like really setting up like they're like Mexicans basically.
Okay.
They couldn't speak English because in the future they spoke this other language. When they would come through this time travel portal, they had goo on their backs, so they called them goobacks.
That's so funny.
They were working in like all sorts of jobs, and of course you had the rednecks where like they took our jobs. That was like one of the first times they did that.
Yeah.
Exactly. And because they were from the future, and then like different people were like, well, we got to let them in, like, because they're like, they're humans too, like they deserve. So you had like the clash of the different like immigrants, non-immigrants. And it got to the point because like one of them, because he was from the future, he could do a better job at what was it? Who was the dad? Stan Marsh?
Randy.
He was the geologist.
Yeah.
Because they could hire someone from the future who knew everything that was going to happen geologically. He was like, I don't care, like they can just come here. They need work too. They're people. And then they took his job, and he was like, they took our job. They took our job. Oh, it's pretty funny. But it was like, it was funny because they said like in the future, all of humanity was like this, like it was funny how they were really emphasizing they speak some sort of like Asian, North American, South American, African language.
Whatever that means.
Basically, all of humanity was speaking a certain language. Everyone looked the same.
That would be weird. But I mean, I can kind of see that.
But I don't think that would happen per se. Like I was telling Shane, I think people intermarry. Over time, people still marry similarly. Like people can intermarry, fine. You want to marry, you know, outside of your race, whatever. But people still, and as a trend, will marry people that look like them.
So, do you think that preferences are racist? Because I've been having this debate with people. I don't know why.
Nature is racist.
I don't know what's wrong.
So like when you're walking down the street and you see someone that looks different than you, there's two things that happen. The first thing is your instinct kicks in and goes different. Then your higher brain kicks in and goes human.
Yeah.
That's where that whole stupid implicit bias thing comes in. Like they play the implicit bias study is bullshit because it doesn't take into account people behave certain ways. We've evolved so quickly as a society that we still have so many biological hangups that make us care about things initially that don't matter in the long run.
Yeah.
That's my position against the alt-right is like, yeah, you can argue like people tend to associate in different ways, but it doesn't mean that's the end all.
Yeah.
A majority of people will marry people who are of their race or of their culture, but it doesn't mean everyone has to do that.
Yeah, there's a lot of people nowadays who aren't doing that.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think that's such a bad thing either. Like some people on the alt-right would say that that's ruining the West or something. But I think as long as you share,
their hardline approach is just as bad as what they criticize. Mass immigration is not a good thing, but ethno-states are not the best either.
like, okay, let's go to the other extreme. No immigration at all, and everyone has to be the same race. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
You guys ever talk about the ANCAP ideology?
Sort of, but the problem is I can't go full ANCAP.
I think if we talk to ANCAP, the ANCAP, I think Eric Delay is more ANCAP than what's there.
Is he?
Who?
We're trying to interview people who are ANCAP. So Eric July.
I think he is, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't want to say he is or not. But
he's pretty anarchist, but I don't know if he's ANCAP or not.
Right. Well,
we're having him on Thursday.
Yeah.
You guys have you guys heard of Think Liberty?
Yeah.
Huh?
We follow him on Twitter.
Chris from Think Liberty, I interviewed him. I did a stream with him the other day, a couple weeks ago. He's fairly ANCAP. Because he had me take this political like compass test, but it's like a better one, I guess. And he was like full ANCAP on the test. I was what was called a libertarian capitalist, so it's like not quite a minarchist, but like really heavy, like no government, pretty much.
That's probably what I would be.
Because he was like, it was like basically like it's 100 is on each side, so he was like negative 100, 100, so on the very edge. I was like 80, 80. Huh?
You should send us that test. I'd be interested to see what we test at.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
What computer are you guys using, by the way?
We have a Mac, and then my phone is also an iPhone.
Is that what you guys use for streaming? Is it your Mac?
Yeah, I mean the only
desktop or laptop
is a Mac. It's a MacBook.
How old is it?
2016, I think.
So it should be good enough. Let's see here.
Yeah, because like
what the heck? In circle, I'm an anarcho-authoritarian.
Whatever that means.
I think he's trolling.
You're an anarcho-communist.
I wish he would come on and have an ethno state because he's 1/4 Asian.
Oh, doesn't count. I'm just kidding.
He's 1/4 Japanese.
Oh.
Yeah. 3/4
right.
white, I think.
The reason I'm asking is, so I just put us in the R chat, not the actual chat. That's a video of me taking it. You guys could try that. The reason I'm asking is you guys could try out. Have you guys used OBS before?
Yeah.
Because you guys could try to if you guys like did separately, or I don't know, record yourself taking the test.
Okay, yeah, we'll do that later because I see the link, but it's another YouTube link, so I don't want to open it right now because then it's going to play YouTube.
That's just the video of me taking it. The link, it's called Specker. And it's nice because actually each question you answer it shows your dot on the compass moving.
Oh,
so
really?
You get an idea of like, yeah. There was one test that I took on the video. I'm like, so I didn't know this. I took the test and there was a question on there saying, to each according to his need and to each according to his ability from the Communist Manifesto.
Ah, yeah.
I didn't know that. So I'm like, well, I don't know where this is from. It sounds like it's from something. So I'm saying this in a video.
So sounds like it's from the Communist Manifesto. I've read it.
I mean, and I'm like looking at this, I'm like, I don't know. Like, it looks a little funny, but it sounds okay. So I click agree.
Yeah.
And then a few people like message me, dude, are you a communist? Is this on a video? And I'm like, no. Do you not know what this means?
It's funny because like when I was reading that, it was an audiobook, and I was like, well, this isn't too bad, like the first part of it, and then it just got into like it went deeper and deeper, and I'm like, yeah, this is like really messed up.
Yeah.
But I guess I'll torture myself in order to know stuff like that because I need to know what my, not really enemies, but like the people who are refuting my points are talking about, you know? And I'm supposed to have that point with my sister's boyfriend because apparently he's socialist, so that's going to be fun.
Hey, it's not real communism.
I know, right? The first thing I'm going to bring up is Venezuela. Like, you know,
not real communism.
Yeah,
state capitalism. That's what they always say.
I know. I'm like, what the hell does that mean? Like crony capitalism? Like that's
no. State capitalism. They say the way they're seeing it is, oh, the state was trying to make capitalism happen. No. Capitalism has nothing to do with the state. So state capitalism is like anarcho-communism. You're taking two things, anarchy and communism, just like state and capitalism. They're not in the same context.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I tried talking to someone about like a more minarchist society.
Yeah.
And people are like, this. They didn't like it because the way I saw it, they basically were like, oh, you're sounding, this is some like horseshoe theory. You're saying like real capitalism has ever been tried.
Yeah.
I was like, well, I mean,
it's actually funny that he starts talking about that, but well, I guess we're not living in a real capitalist society then.
Well,
yeah, I would tell people that, like,
right.
The Heritage Foundation ranks us as number 18 on economic freedom.
I wonder who's number one.
It's like Hong Kong or Macau.
Oh, all right.
It's strictly on an economic scale, so it's not talking like actual freedom. Like we have the best like freedom of expression laws. We're the top of the line for that, but then we have like a shit ton of regulations when it comes to our economics.
Yeah,
makes sense because we do.
Yeah.
You know who has who ranks higher than us?
Great Britain.
Yeah, which is weird. I mean, it's probably on some sort of. It was like we ranked like 75 or something, like a score of 75. The UK ranked like 76. So it was like that one point was like some law somewhere, some regulation that like maybe we have that they don't. Like we have the New York Stock Exchange, which is like in terms of stock trading is the capital. But but London is the capital of like finance in the world. So it kind of like, you know.
Yeah.
Seems like it's unfairly balanced. They're basing it off of like one topic.
Yeah. Well.
So what's her name? Wendy's not coming on still?
No,
we're gonna reschedule because she got the time wrong.
Yeah, I was messaging her a little bit, and yeah, we're gonna have to reschedule with her. She just got the time wrong. It's fine.
Yeah, it happens. I mean, that happens a lot when people are not in our time zone. Which I have someone coming on in the next 2 weeks.
That was my fault too, because I should have asked like what she, because I didn't even know. I didn't even ask where she was in terms of.
She's in Eastern time zone, right?
Yeah, well, I know now, but I should have asked.
Do you guys discriminate against people by their time zone?
Yeah, whoever's not in our time zone is like.
Are you guys temporalists? Temporalist bigots?
I was gonna say before Shane interrupted me, thanks a lot, that we're gonna have a guest on who is on Chinese time. He's in Shanghai, I think, right now. But he does like travel vlogs in Shanghai, so that will be interesting to see.
He's Chinese?
Yeah, well, he's American, but not American, but he's like Western. But he married a Chinese woman, and he lives in China. He travels around China like for a job, I guess. He's a vlogger, and he told me that in order to join our live stream, he has to like jump hoops in order to get through like the YouTube censorship and like Google censorship. And then,
like a VPN or something.
Yeah, it's crazy because I didn't even think about that when I invited him on. Wow.
And then when he joins, there's going to be a filter on his video that's like the communist flag.
Probably.
Yeah. I don't know what his place looks like.
It's funny because he has a YouTube channel, so it's like, what else could you do? How else could you expose yourself?
Any video feed coming out of China needs a communist flag in the background with the anthem. I'm just kidding.
What would you guys do if we got a communist flag back there with like the Chinese and the?
All right, chapter 1 of the Communist Manifesto. Let me go ahead and read it to you.
I've read the whole thing, and it's like first part I'm like, okay, and then like second part and third part I'm like
downhill.
Yeah. All right.
I'm thinking in the future I'm going to do costumes for some of my videos.
You should.
I was going to get like a Mao Zedong suit. Just do a video just talking, just like to see, because I have a hat and stuff, and I'm like, well, I got to go further now. Like I really, like what's his name? Count Dankula has like Nazi hats and stuff and communist hats. Like the military hats.
Just go full communist.
Exactly. It's never been tried, so I'm going to try it.
Yeah, see if it works, I mean, maybe under your regime it will work.
I'll do some like Jordan Peterson communism. I'll do it in my house, clean my room, see if it works.
Yeah.
I mean, that's kind of what he's saying. It's like if you can do communism in your house, do you eventually like extend your communism out until it like keeps? Because he says clean your room, like get your house in order. Okay, so get your house in order with communism, and then get your whole apartment building in order with communism, and then you move up.
Do that, but okay.
That's how you do it properly. You don't just institute it across the whole country right away.
How do you clean your room in a communist way? Force other people to do it?
Forcefully, yeah.
Nisha, clean up my room. I know you're a cat, but you can do it.
You have to take 90% of your cat's food and redistribute it out to the other animals in the house.
That would make me sad. I can't do this.
But then the reverse is the same. You guys have to redistribute your food to the cat.
Circle is asking about that guy. Was he the guy who did the video asking Chinese people if they cared about white people wearing their clothes to prom?
Yes, I shared his video about that because it was interesting when the white girl from Utah wore the Chinese dress for her prom. he went through like just cities in China and asked other people like, oh, what do you think about this? And they were like, oh yeah, it looks pretty good. As long as she doesn't gain weight, she's good.
They were more concerned about her weight than how she looked.
Yeah, they were like, as long as she doesn't get fat, then she's good.
It's funny.
Yeah.
And they're over here. Oh my god.
Yeah, then the other guy around here was like, oh my god, you're appropriating my culture. I'm offended. Even though you're like in America.
Who gives a fuck?
I know.
I mean, you guys use Facebook, right?
Hmm?
I think I asked you this. You use Facebook.
Kinda.
You're appropriating Jewish culture because of Zuckerberg.
Oh shit. Facebook now. Oh.
Who's this Chinese person in the chat?
In the chat?
There's this person with a Chinese name in the chat.
Oh, I don't know. They've been commenting on a lot of stuff.
Zhao and Lai was the benevolent.
Oh, I know who Zhou and Lai is. Who are you, Chinese person?
He's like, I'm not Chinese. I'm Korean. What, you think we all look alike?
No, he's got simplified Chinese as a Google name.
You think you look Chinese?
Wow, you guys are racist against Asians.
The Dave Chappelle joke, and he's like, "You think I'm a Chinese? I'm Korean.
Man,
you think we all look alike? Yes, motherfucker. That's what I said."
Oh, he is Korean. Just in the chat, he's Korean.
Oh shit. Oh, what are you eating? Oh,
but you don't know.
Oh.
Zeus.
It's about time to end it.
Yeah, my two weaknesses are alcohol, except for hard alcohol. I don't like shots and stuff like that. I like wine and beer.
Hard alcohol, like frozen stuff? Kidding. Get it? Hard alcohol.
I guess so.
You'll suck on like an ice cube or something.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and also potatoes. I guess I'm really Pennsylvanian because I'll eat potatoes.
Yeah. Potatoes and the steak. The steak and the potatoes.
Someone's asking if you're eating ice cream. No, mashed potatoes.
Yeah, I wish I was eating ice cream. I can't eat ice cream. I'm lactose intolerant. And I also get acne when I eat dairy. Like, I break out everywhere.
Yeah, it's real bad.
So, you're stuck on a toilet full of zits. That's what you're saying.
I look like a pizza face.
Oh, jeez. Are you appropriating Italian culture by saying that?
I don't know.
Like pizza face from all that.
What? That must be before my time. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Sorry for making you feel old.
I'm a dick.
Wait, how old are you again, Shane? 27?
I'm gonna be turning 30.
He's almost 30. What are you talking about?
Yeah, so
It's that Asian youthfulness.
So I'm gonna be an older dick when I turn 30. So.
An old wrinkly dick.
Basically.
Okay, I'm eating right now.
She's eating mashed potatoes, guys.
Yeah.
I mean,
where was the spoon made from? Oh, IKEA. What are you appropriating Norwegian culture?
What?
Swedish culture.
I mean Swedish.
Whatever.
We're going to IKEA tomorrow to buy bar stools.
Whatever.
Anyway. I guess we should end the stream now. Because it's been about an hour, right?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I know Pill Eater. That's how I learned about you guys. Oh, cool.
Ah.
Pill Eater is cool.
We had him on we had him on one stream. We invited him onto another stream.
Yeah. Fuck you, Pill Eater.
Yeah, our second Hapa stream turned into talking about Jews.
I know, right? I don't know what happened. It was Leaf's fault.
It's Leaf's boyfriend's fault.
It's a lot.
We can't have non-Hapas in the stream unless they're like contributing.
Well,
like actively contributing.
Relationship, but apparently he lives in Hawaii and she lives in Canada, so I don't know how that works out.
Every time they meet.
Then they're creating Quappa babies. Okay.
Well, no.
Making me
All right. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and end it, and we're gonna end this. We're just gonna end it. Our lives. Anyway.
We're gonna end our lives? No. Okay, but anyway, we're gonna have a live stream with Eric July 2 days from now. And this one's confirmed.
Yeah, for sure.
So we're good. Yeah. And he lives in Dallas. So I know that he knows our time zones are good.
Yeah, you're getting it in your hair.
I'm getting
you're getting the potatoes in your hair. Anyway,
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm really
so we're gonna reschedule one with Wendy. So sorry to for that. But yeah, we'll reschedule with her. We'll make sure we get the times right and everything.
After we move.
Yeah, and Eric July is going to be good. I'm looking forward to that one. It's going to be a lot of fun.
And thanks for Amos for coming on randomly.
Thanks for
yeah. I'm sitting in front of my computer. I'm like, oh, they're on.
Yeah.
So, U.S. history question. Okay.
Yeah. All right, guys. Have a good night, everyone.
Yep.
Don't be a dick.
Okay, you can be a vagina. Bye.